Hey everybody, and hope you're having a great day. Today is the first episode of the Quad Cities Business Beat. Today we have in the Prescott E-News studios San Martin with Prescott E-News and Prescott Night Out.
Hello.
Ms. Rakini Chinery with Allans Flowers and More, as well as Prescott Valley Florist as our first guest.
Woo-hoo! Yeah.
And then we have Zach, my husband, and also a Plexus ambassador. This podcast is brought to you by me. I'm an independent ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and we are glad that you are tuning in today. This podcast is weekly, every Tuesday. That's when we record it. And we're here just to talk to businesses in the Quad Cities. So if you have a business that you want to get on air that talk about, answer some questions and, find out a little bit more about what makes your business tick, well, give us a call, or I'm sure on Prescott E-News there's a link to find us so you can be on the podcast. Anyway, do you have anything to say, Mr. San Martin?
I'm just so excited to go ahead and be here. Thank you for inviting me and having me a part of this podcast. Cool. I like podcasting. I don't know who actually really listens to my podcast, but I'm just like, hey, podcasters, listen to me next time you see me. But I'm also cool to be in the presence of, some pretty talented and amazing people that are doing good in their business. Rakini with, Allans Flowers. It's awesome because the things that you do in this town is amazing.
Thank you.
I really like it. I mean, the other day when you had like that, give away those flowers, you don't understand. I really needed that. I didn't get any flowers. I was just so happy to be a part of that scenario. So those things right there, I really thank you to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
I really do.
Thank you, Rakini. We appreciate it for all you do in our community. And like I said, this is a podcast about local businesses. And, I'm very pro-business. I like to see businesses succeed. But there's a lot of times the community doesn't really know what businesses are out there. And obviously, the history of Allans is very deep.
Yes.
And so why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about Allans and its history?
Yeah, we go way back.
Way back.
1914. Allans was opened by the Allan family who moved here from New Jersey for their son's health. And, they opened doors where Bill's Pizza is now.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't here in 1914, but I was here in 1977. That's a long time.
Yeah, they had greenhouses and they had like a horse covered. Not a horse covered. The horse wasn't covered, but the horse pulled the delivery wagon thing that they had to deliver flowers in. And yeah, it was crazy. So there's been a number of owners. I bought it in 1999 after working there for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And we moved it. At that point, we moved it, I think 2009, we moved it up onto Gurley Street. And then in 2010, my husband and I bought Prescott Valley Florist.
Yay.
Yes.
Wow.
Fantastic.
All
And you have a
for
new
the
location
flowers.
at Prescott Valley Florist now, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we do. 6520 East 2nd Street, right next to Footwork and behind the event spot.
Great location.
Yeah,
Right
it's
off the
awesome.
highway.
Yep.
Right off the highway.
Nice new areas.
So
Nice.
what made you get into floral?
I needed a job. Really, that's how it happened.
That's how I work my things. I need a job.
I moved here. I was getting a divorce, moved here with my daughter, a single mom. I was like, I got to get a job. And so I didn't even apply at Allan's. That's the funny thing. I never even went there. I went to the other flower shops in town. And then somehow Norma, who owned the shop at the time, she called me and said, I heard you're looking for a job. So she must have gotten my name from somebody else, another flower
Talk about
shop.
Destiny right here.
I know, right?
And then just many years later, you're just like, wow. I was online yesterday, and everybody's like, the best floral spot.
Yeah, I saw that
And
post.
it was by unanimous decision. It's just like Allans Flowers, Allans Flowers, Allans Flowers. So the impact that you have made over the years has been one of the most impacting moments. Not only do you need the flowers for a lot of great occasions like anniversaries, doing bad things when your wife told you not to do bad things. You're like, oh, here's some flowers for you.
And I'm
but
sorry.
also for the grief moments in life. So you've actually been a part of a lot of amazing events.
We have.
And to be a part of
Yes.
that, and then also say that you actually didn't apply for this job, that's destiny.
I didn't.
That's
No.
destiny.
That's a journey right there.
Yeah. I went to work sweeping the floors. Now look at me. I'm still sweeping the
floors.
floors.
I started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
I'm still there. Okay.
We should actually have that little theme song in there right now. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm probably to set up a little computer thing where I'll be like throwing
Sound
down those.
effects,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll be like, dude. Yeah, I think we should work that out to this. We're gonna have to talk to the studio manager.
That is funny. So what is, after you've been in the business as long as you have, what is your favorite flower?
Well, it's kind of interesting because I kind of like carnations, which a lot of people it gets dissed a lot. It's not. I wouldn't say it's my absolute favorite, but I really love it because of the amazing colors it comes in, and it's one of the last flowers that is actually still fragrant.
Yeah.
And my ultimate favorite flower would be a Gloriosa lily, but that's a little unusual. So
I remember you did a wedding at the Hacienda, and I can't remember her name, but she did these spheres
Yes.
of those carnations.
Yeah.
And they were all jewel tones, I think. It
Yep.
was like dark green and dark. I mean, it was amazing. It
yeah,
was
there were
amazing.
purples and hot pinks.
So
And you'd be surprised how many people actually love carnations.
I was just going to talk about this because when I had a detail shop, I would come in and buy carnations on a very, very inexpensive, and I would like Ladies' Day, and then I would send the workers around, and just everybody got a flower.
Yeah.
Even the guys that came in, they got a flower to take back to their wives. I mean, like those, a flower is a flower. I'm a very big fan of them, and I seriously, it's a good thing to have, especially. I mean, if I had a position in life where I'm like selling flowers, I'm like, dude, this is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna
I love
freaking
fresh flowers.
smile.
I just love flowers. I do. I know people say they die, but they're just beautiful while they're alive. And
They really
just
are.
give off such beauty.
Yeah, they give off beauty, and they have the ability to communicate something between people. So that's one of my favorite things about what we do is that someone can call like from another state or whatever, and they need to send something to someone for whatever reason, whether it's sympathy or birthday or get well, and they can't be here, but the flowers can be here.
Right. Absolutely.
So Zach, you're over here on the sidelines, man. We got to hear from you, my friend. Now we know how the interaction with flowers and women actually interact. Now, when was the last time? I'm going to put you on the spot right now, and I'm sorry. She just got really red. When was the last time you gave Lynette some flowers?
Actually, it wasn't that
It
long
really
ago.
was not that long ago.
It was only it was only like a week or two ago.
Whoa, there
Yeah.
you go. I like that.
And
Flowers
I was
are a
gonna-
love language of mine.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Were you in trouble?
I would say actually even before I met Lynette, they've been a big part of my game, if you will. Yeah. I think it was something I learned from my mom. My mom loved getting flowers, and my dad was a very responsive human being and listened. And so I learned from an early age that giving flowers was a great gesture of love, kindness, and so it's always kind of been a part of. Like I said, jokingly, my game, but Lynette does love getting flowers, and the funny part about that though is that she has a black thumb.
I do.
I
don't have any
So
live
that's
plants
why
in the
she
house.
gets fresh cut flowers and not plants.
Yep.
Because they last just the same amount of time, and you
Right.
don't feel quite as bad with a
'Cause I know
bouquet
they're
of fresh
gonna
cut
die.
flowers. You actually feel better when you're like, hey, they're still here after a week and a half, and where if you buy a plant and it's an evergreen and it's like brown in the corner after 3 days, not. So no, Lynette gets flowers fairly often, and if she doesn't, she will.
I'm subtle.
Subtle.
Give you a
And by
hint.
subtle, I mean, hey, I would like some flowers.
And a lot of times he stops by Allan's Flowers for their floral happy hour, 4 to 6.
Yes.
4 to
That's
6.
one of our best
It-
options especially for guys
Oh,
to,
totally.
keep.
My guys, listen up.
I know.
Yep.
We have flower happy hour every
Yep.
day at Allan's from 4 to 6 and Prescott Valley from 3 to 5, and all our cut flowers are half price.
Amazing.
Nice.
And we-
And it doesn't take a lot. I mean, you don't have to
No.
get some big giant bouquet. Stop in and give them $10 and
Yep.
it will go very far.
Yep, lots of guys just come in and give us us their money and say, make me something pretty. And it's interesting because other guys, they want to go in the cooler and they want to choose each flower, and they're like, they're very particular. So it's interesting to see how, guys choose flowers.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't know because I don't have a significant other. So one of the good
you will
things
one day.
I will one day. So one of the things that I do is just I look for color. You know, the brightness, the beauty, obviously, in every flower it's there. I mean, you can't really deny that. You can't really say that's not pretty. And if somebody said that wasn't pretty, they're probably really not wanting to be your friend today. I was like, okay, well, I'm definitely not going to do that again. So,
well, I think for the gentleman out there, just pin in your cap, is listen to what your significant other likes. As much as roses or girls, quote unquote, girl's best friend, it's not always true.
It's not true. I think Rakini, it's not always true.
It sounded to me like Rakini would love to get a bouquet of carnations. And at the end of the day, I know Lynette. If I show up with a handful of lilies, I am golden.
That's so awesome.
And so and they come in different sizes and stuff like that. And I think there's always a way, budget or no budget,
right,
to make it happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what is the most bought flower in your place?
Roses. I'm sorry, guys, but it's roses. It's red roses because guys default to red roses. Yeah. Even though statistically, women aren't drawn to red roses. They prefer colors, the different colors.
Yeah.
But guys, it's just a default mechanism. I think they come in and sometimes are like, I need flowers. Just give me red roses because they just don't know what else to do.
Well, and I think they think it's like this classy upscale thing. And it's funny, I was delivering for Prescott Valley a couple weeks ago, and I delivered a bouquet of, I think, 24 red roses plus a couple random colors in there. And she's like, I just wish my husband would know that I actually love carnations.
See?
Well, just ask the question when you go home tonight. Just ask the question. You don't have to buy flowers today or tomorrow, but just so you know, in the back of your head, I like my wife, my girlfriend, whatever your partner is, they like X flowers. Just keep them in
guys, it might save you $1. Just saying.
It might.
It'll save you a bunch of bucks.
You can get yourself out of more trouble because you don't have to. You can buy more often, and
Exactly.
I got another great question. How many flower bouquets or flowers go through your shop a day? In just Prescott.
A day in just Prescott. Well, our average delivery day is about 28 to 30 deliveries per day.
Holy moly.
And then there's people that are walking in and buying things to, they're just taking things with them and like that. So I couldn't give you a flower count. That's a little more complicated, but yeah.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah, we get fresh flowers Monday, Wednesday, and usually Fridays.
And what else do you sell there at the place?
Well, we sell lots of other gorgeous things. We have lots of cool giftware. We have candles, some really great different kinds of candles. We sell chocolates. Ooh. Perfect complement to flowers.
Mm-hmm. If they're the right flower. Don't give me a rose if I want a coronation.
That's right. That's right.
Well, if you team the chocolate up with it, you're going to win, period.
All right. That's so funny.
It's true. It's true. And yeah, we have lots of we have some home decor items and things like that. So we have a pretty well-rounded gift selection.
People don't think to stop at flower shops for gifts.
No, they don't.
And they should.
Yeah. And then when they really do, they're like, oh my gosh, you have so much in here besides flowers. And it's like, yeah,
that's what the and more means. And more.
Yeah. We have to decipher the more spot. Like, what is that going to be offering?
So let's talk about some business stuff.
Okay.
Are you hiring?
We're not currently hiring, but if I like to say, and if you had the right qualifications, we might hire you anyway. So we always encourage people to just come in and at least bring their resume and, talk to usually Jessica or Donna in Prescott Valley about, who they are and what they do and what their qualifications are, because we can always make room, in my opinion, for the right person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How can we help you over the holidays? As a community, I know how crazy it can be for you guys. What would make life easier at Allan's Flowers and More and Prescott Valley Florist?
It would make
your
life,
staff?
it would make life easier if people planned a little better. But
So we're putting it out there now, people. If you're going to order flowers,
order flowers for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day, or Mother's Day. You know it's coming.
put it on your
It's
calendar.
not like a surprise.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, it's Valentine's Day. You've seen the stuff in the stores.
Already for Valentine's Day.
You can call,
practically.
and I don't think people know that they can call us anytime to order for the future.
Oh, good. That's good to know.
2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month out, you got your order in, you can relax. So
Check it off your list.
yeah, ordering early is great. Also, the closer we get to a huge, big, like busy holiday,
Like Valentine's?
yeah, our selection starts to, because people have called early, so our selection can be a little more limited. And I think people just need to be willing to be flexible about that. And
Patience.
sometimes they aren't. They're quite upset at us. So, poor planning on their part. But
I know.
we really,
Your
we
lack
will,
of planning is not our emergency.
right. We can make a delivery. Like we can
Yeah.
get something out for you, but we just, people need to be a little more relaxed about what we actually have available.
You might just get stuck with the red roses.
You might. That might be the
Now
only
that everybody's
option.
gone away from them now.
Yeah. That's so funny.
You're going to see a decrease in red rose numbers now.
We have that
are-
power.
why is our
we have that
carnation
power
order
at the
so
Quad
high?
City Business Beat.
So here at the Prescott E-News, studio, we have a phone book here that
Yes.
Lynn has in her possession. And the first day that I seen it, I was like, oh, let me check this out. And in that book is your business.
I know.
And
Allans
and
Flowers.
it's like, what was it, I-458? I mean,
That
well,
was
I don't
how you
know,
dialed the
I
number
don't know
back
if you
then.
could put the I in there, but I mean, did you open it
I
up?
did. I did open it and
Isn't
look at
that
it. It's from
pretty cool?
1958.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put a picture up on Allan's Flowers saying, "Hey guys,
Yeah, I
look
need
at
to
this
take a
great
picture
book."
for our Facebook page.
And
before I go.
this book is probably maybe I don't know, maybe 100 pages.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
small.
Yeah, it's
It's
really
really
small.
For
I
Prescott and vicinity. It's not just Prescott.
vicinity.
And vicinity.
Okay, so that means we well, I don't know how many people lived in Chino at that time.
So the
if it
Quad
was-
Cities before
12.
the Quad Cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should call this the vicinities. Oh, we might have to step it up a little bit. I don't know. We go old school, old roots, but wow. I mean, serious to have that type of history is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know it was. Would you just say 19 what?
14.
1914.
The
Yeah.
Hacienda was 1927.
Yeah.
Did we
Right?
have a
So it was
100-year party?
even more than that.
We had a 100-year party.
Yeah.
It was a big party. We partied all year. But we're florists, so we party a lot. So
That's so
You're always happy.
Florists have nothing, or rock stars have nothing on the floor.
No, they
I know. I'm just thinking, man, I'm gonna have to change up what I book in weekends.
it's true.
I'm like, dude, we're gonna have fun doing this. But yeah, that's such a crazy history.
Yeah.
I should have been there for this 100-year anniversary. Maybe we should just go ahead and just say,
Just
hey,
do another one.
We can do 105 next
yeah,
year.
we'll
Yeah,
just
yeah.
dub it the 100-year anniversary redo.
Redo.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, so floral tips for us non-floral people. What is something when somebody gets some flowers, what do you suggest they do to keep them nice and fresh?
Add water.
Oh, there's a shocker. Like fresh water, dump out the vase,
No, just add water to the arrangement, whether it's in a basket or a vase or a different kind of container. I know it sounds like common sense, but it's not a thing people do.
Oh.
They don't add water. So fresh water is like the best thing you can give your floral bouquet. If it's in a vase, you could take the flowers out every couple days and give them a fresh cut and drop them back in clean water. That does help extend their life. We always include a package of floral food,
Yep.
which helps feed the flowers like nutrients. Also, helps eliminate bacteria from growing in the water. Your arrangement always arrives with that in it, which is why I say just add water. And then if you feel like changing the water, you want to make sure you use the packet of floral food.
Okay. And what do you have coming up? Events you have coming up? I've
We
seen
have
some on
cool
Facebook.
stuff. Yeah, well, we have wine and design every month except February and May. So that's at both shops, and it's usually right around the middle of the month. We have the dates listed on our website. allansflowers.com. And so we have wine and design every month. We have coming up in the end of November, we're actually doing a holiday wreath design class, which I think is going to be really cool. It's the first time we've done this. And then we have open houses for both shops. We have Allan's is, I believe, Thursday I can't remember, the 6th, I think. And Prescott Valley is the 4th. So those are big open house parties. We have 20% off everything in the shop. We always have food, cocktails.
It's a great time.
It is a great time.
You
Once
really
again,
is.
the
I
rock
mean, you can
star.
see, yeah, you can go in, you can see what they have to offer. They usually have a sale on some things and great food and cocktails. And I mean, you don't find that anymore.
Right.
You know, people don't do a lot of open houses.
And music.
And music.
And music, yeah.
Always music.
And we like to do cocktails, not just
Yeah.
wine and beer,
Yes.
but we like to actually do handcrafted cocktails.
I missed the last one, but it wasn't. I mean, I ended up going to the Trump rally. It was last minute, so forgive me. I know I shouldn't be giving up for a Trump rally over
For a floral party.
exactly, but
I mean-
it was one of those moments where I was having like I need to do this.
You did.
I
You
just
did.
need
You
to be
did.
a part of that.
No, that was good that you
So,
went.
Next time I will choose the floral.
Choose
party.
the floral party because it's gonna be fun. I can tell you
They're
that.
Like
always
a floral
fun.
party, because a floral party don't stop.
Exactly.
Right? Saying.
I'm actually going to leave here, straight from here to Allan's Flowers to go and hang out for the day.
Right. I mean, we have a kegerator in the shop. Okay.
What beer's in there?
Well, Granite Mountain Brewing always stocks our kegerator.
Oh, nice.
And we just
Shop local.
we just text them and we're like, our kegerator's empty, and they
They're
just
dry.
bring us something delicious. And
All right, well,
Put it in our
that's where I'm
kegerator.
going to go for the day. I got nothing else planned today, guys. I'm going to be at the floor spot live with the
All day.
caterer.
all day.
You got a recliner in the back.
They're like,
With
that
your
is a
laptop.
good idea. That is.
that is a great idea. We should have like a little lounge area. A nice little lounge area.
Well, what else would you like to share with us before we wrap it up?
Well, I always really appreciate it because I try to be like a local shopper, so I always really appreciate it when someone actually takes the time to come into the shop instead of grabbing something at the grocery store or ordering from 1-800-Flowers. Because we're local, so our business supports local economy. We hire local people. I think I have like 14 people that we employ, and like those jobs count on people coming in and actually using our services. So I think it's important that people know that we're not like, just because we're a flower shop doesn't mean that it's expensive or it's out of your price range. Like, we are budget friendly, and we really like count on local purchases and people to shop local. So, that's really important, I think. Also, we're pretty generous with donations. Like we really support the Boys and Girls Club of Prescott. We're a big supporter of Big Brothers Big Sisters. We did the Pedal It Forward on, that's what San Martin was talking about earlier, where we just we give away flowers because you want people to experience getting flowers.
Some people never have.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. They're like,
And when you
"Remember the
did
last
that, I
time
watched
did
his
that?"
live, and she was like, "Well, how much do I owe you?" No, really,
Give me a
it's
hug.
free.
Give me a hug right now. It's on me. That was my payment for the day. That was kind of like what I
Yeah.
needed for a payment in general. So
Yeah.
Good for the soul.
It was really, really good for the soul. But one of the good things about this podcast is something that is going to bring to light as far as like keeping stuff local and keep it here in the economy.
Right.
So getting to know the owners of Prescott Valley and Chino is going to be a pretty big thing, And I think Lynette hit it right on the spot of what her podcast is all about, is getting to know the owners and really honestly just say, hey, listen, this is our livelihood.
Right.
This is how our economy works. The one person that leaves, it actually really does affect us. So some of these businesses that are in here that don't make it is kind of like a ouch,
Right.
that hurts. That means that us as a community did not step
We
up
didn't support.
and help out. And so that is really one of my heartfelt things. And I really commend you on this whole idea. And I think that it's going to be a very, very good thing. And in having, one of the people that have been here since 1914.
Well, that's what I thought.
Oh my gosh. I mean, like,
1914.
is there another business out there that has actually beat this?
There's some
there probably is.
on Whiskey Road. I think the Palace and I don't know about the other bars, but I know the Palace is older. And McIlvain Motors, who closed, whatever, maybe 10 years ago, 8 or 10. He was actually older, 1912.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He
But
was right
then-
there on the corner of the street that I grew up on, Corner
Really?
Street. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, my uncle actually did business there. He was actually a mechanic there.
Cool.
Yeah, so I know Scott. And then what was the older?
Joe
Joe?
McIlvain.
Yeah, no, the one, his son.
I don't remember.
Gosh. All right. Well, that was a wow moment.
Yeah.
I remember you, but I don't remember you. And
Just
he's
cut
still-
that out.
Yeah, he's still around town. Edit that. But yeah, this is a great idea, and I'm glad that this is the first one that we could put up. I think it's going to be a great, deal to go ahead and find out more about business owners in Prescott Valley and
Yeah.
Chino.
Well, I just
think
think
it's
it
awesome.
brings a
Humble.
personal connection to businesses, and
Yeah.
it's not just no offense to the paper, but it's not just an ad in the paper or just a Facebook post. There's actually a person behind.
Yeah, it's more
that
personal
business.
to know
Yeah.
about who people are that are own businesses and why'd they
start?
Yeah.
I want to know, why'd you get into flowers?
Well,
You needed
now
a
we
job.
know.
That's like,
She's
that's
like,
real.
I needed a job. I was like, this is awesome. That's kind of where I live in my life. I
That's
needed a
right.
job, and this is how I wanted it to be. Nobody wanted to hire me, so I hired myself.
There you go.
And that was kind of like the best thing that ever happened to me.
Make your dreams happen.
Yep. If you want to
So-
make it happen, you just get on the wagon.
Give us your addresses again, phone numbers.
Allan's Flowers, 1095 East Gurley Street in Prescott, and Prescott Valley Florist, 6520 East 2nd Street in Prescott Valley. And the main phone number is 928-445-5131, and allansflowers.com, and it's ALLANS. That's how you spell Allan's. For me.
So takeaway, when you're ordering your holiday flowers this year, be sure to order early. Check it off your list.
Just do it now.
Just do it
Just
now. I know it's in your
stop
head right now
listening.
because you're listening to this podcast. So just go and order your holiday flowers.
It's all on the website already.
And then
Absolutely.
50% of you get up, get in your car, and drive down there.
Exactly. It's right
Sweet.
off
Yeah.
Gurley. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
there's
just literally
more to look at.
And I think there's a drive-up window.
We have a drive-through.
I mean, seriously, people, if we don't make this any easier.
you can just drive up to the drive-through window, and we'll take care of you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Rakini.
Thank you so much.
San Martin.
No
my
worries.
husband, Zach.
Thank you,
and
guys.
me, independent ambassador with Plexus Worldwide and Quad City Business Beat. We hope you had a good listen, and we'll be back next week.
Laters.